Hello everybody, Tsubaki here, also known as Tsubaki X Stationery here on the internet, and welcome back to my monthly Midori Hibino flip through, this time for November 2025. A tad bit of apologies as, I've been lagging a bit behind, but the end of the year is quite busy trying to get things finalized for work. I feel like everybody kind of feels that a bit. But as always, if you missed any of the other flip throughs, I will try to make sure to link the playlist down below for you to see everything else January through October. So, yep, these flip throughs are for me to see honestly what I did differently compared to other months, what I did enjoy, and what I could improve on. Actually, in fact, as of this video, I am thinking that maybe December's flip through video will be a lot more interesting, where I try to, plan out how 2026 will be. So let's jump right into it. We did a lot for October, but November, I definitely can confirm that I was trying to really start to dig in my stash piles. Because I do, in fact, remember randomly finding these stars. I think I got it from a swap. Most definitely. It was like a little tiny sheet. So, yep, definitely bombarded this page just to try to fill in all the gaps here. Obviously, still trying to use up PT tape. I think, if I remember correctly, November was an interesting month because I did in fact run out of a hot anime boy PT tape. So you might see a note in here sooner or later of when I actually ran out of them. Besides that, I was really trying to make the most of what I had, especially as you can see here, bombarding with the dots. Oh yes, I remember this comfy looking one. I remember after the fact, probably like maybe a week after at least putting this down, I actually found these crochet looking PT tape pieces, and I was just like, oh, we could just put that down. Look, never be afraid to just use your stuff, honestly. Oh, okay, this one is good. Actually, I love what I did with this one. It's just more like how with the other months I kind of took part of the design of the tape, which you can see right here, and then I kind of dug out some pens. I believe these should all be Uniball 1 colors, and basically like expanded the design all over the page. But yeah, as you can see here, don't worry, I voted. Absolutely. I mean, if it's free, might as well. I mean, please do exercise your rights, folks. Oh, yeah, same thing here. I believe this is also still a Uniball 1 color. I was really trying to make an effort to make sure these pens are writing. I do tell people, if you have a lot of pens, like, maybe scribble with them time to time, just to make sure they're, like, not dried up and functioning. I mean, sure, you could always buy a new refill, but you wouldn't know until you start, trying to use it, right? Right here, I took, like, the design that's, like, surrounding this heart in this PET tape piece, and I just went to town with trying to expand the vines, leaves kind of scenario. Oh, yes, more with the dots. Honestly, do you have a lot of dot sticker sheets? Let me know. And then also, if you could let me know, how do you use them? Like, do you make lists? Do you just do what I do and kind of use it to fill in the void? There's so many dots. So many dot sticker sheets. And I feel like everybody has like a stack of them. So as you can see here, different color, because this one was gold. Then I used up the silver. I think they were probably part of the same set or something, the dot sticker sheets. I like that I use this camera PT to like overlay the face, almost like, you know, that actually got caught on camera. By the way, this ink was absolutely finished. This is not how it's supposed to look. Just that, yeah, try not to keep your ink for too long. It might start looking a tad bit weird. And sure, you could add, I know some people add like maybe like a tiniest smidge of like soap, like dishwashing liquid, or like maybe a little bit of water, and it like perks up. But yeah, I'd rather not go that far. Yep, sit more with the camera. This was definitely in the swap, and I just didn't use it till like now. But I kind of like how it looks. I'm trying to remember if this might be watercolor. These lines and dots I did here. It's a nice golden color though. I think that does line up with one of the yellows I do have, so good job for me trying to trying to use up my watercolors more. Like I said, as long as you're not like really watering down the page, you should be fine. Oh yes, I do remember this. So I did put this PET tape down, and I found the camera one and I put that down. And these are done with watercolor, but they're an old watercolor I had forgotten about. I had found it. Now hopefully, I know I did de-stash that, so I hope the friend that has it could definitely use it better than I did. Same with this color. This is not in my standard small watercolor palette. Basically, long story short, I had bought watercolors quite a while ago. And then what happened was I accidentally ended up buying a little bit more watercolors. And then again, I bought like a whole set of watercolors. And then I finally got like this small little palette and, you know, this like Japanese brand of watercolor tubes, which had the right amount of colors I needed, and I could refill my little palette. So, which made all the other watercolors I had obsolete. So, sometimes it's just time for you to let it go. Oh yeah, I remembered. I like randomly realized I still had this tape here. There's still a bit of it left, so I do hope to throw it in some happy mail. I do love the design though. It's just, I think, unless I'm gonna send someone a box, it's gonna be kind of hard for me to use it up. It would be cute to like decorate the box with though. No one wants a plain box. Just draw on the box or decorate it with tape. As you can see, same thing. All of these camera PETs were placed way after the fact, by the way, because I found it and I was just like, oh, I should use them. I think this is one of the colors I also did de-stash too. These watercolor diamonds I tried to do. Besides that, I do remember I was like really reaching the end of all the tape I had. Do y'all ever just go back? There's something sticky here. You guys ever just go back and just decorate a little bit more just because it wasn't all that? Because that was me. Oh yes, this was the Cozy Travelers 2nd anniversary meetup. Yay! That's why I put the whole sticker here. Maybe I'll also tag Cozy Travelers below, or at least their YouTube channel. But yeah, this is what I want to do more of, absolutely. Because I had gotten this little sticker from A Morning Glory of Boris, looking like a cute little king. And I took the packaging and just cut it out and like placed it there. Love the stamp design, so you know I had to put it in there. I stole another friend's stamp for a quick second to put it in here. Really love it though. Yeah, this camera PET tape is pretty good, but I feel like sometimes I wish it was bigger. Unless I have like a bunch of smaller stickers and I just like somehow fit in the frame. That would be cute. Using up my PET tape. Oh yes. Me kind of reading what I wrote here. This is definitely when the temperatures started dropping and I was suffering. Ooh yes. I think this was using a dual pentel hybrid pen. Because I was trying to copy this like luminescence that was here on the tape. This like blueness. Big emphasis on the attempt here. Yeah, a lot of these pages, I think moving forward, I did put some PET tape down, obviously. But I did not have the capacity to really decorate any further or really go back and like expand the design. Here is actually I think it's a Pentel brush pen. Yeah, it's actually this one. I was trying to see how it would do on here and it looked like it did pretty good. Sadly, it does shadow. You do see it on the other side, but at least it didn't bleed. It's just that it's really noticeable. I was just basically trying to put more birds in the background because I really liked how this one was, and this one right here. So yeah, at least that brush, if you do use that same brush, you could absolutely use it in your Hibino, which is good to know. In fact, I think I used it again here, and you could see it. I'm kind of happy the camera's picking it up, so at least you could see what I mean. Oh yes, this is when I got my card, my little memo holder. If you guys watch my Techo Kaigi, maybe I'll try to link it somewhere, but it's when I got this. I think it deserves its own video, so I won't say too much else about it. Right, I do remember these pieces of PET tape. This is going into what I had grabbed from a swap. You could tell I'm like absolutely burnt out because it's just like one sticker and just like, oh, nothing else. Tried to do a little bit here. I think this was with another Uniball also. I'm not gonna lie, at least I did something on the page, even if I was just absolutely burnt out from work and life. But I think sometimes you just gotta congratulate yourself on just at least trying to keep up with anything. Sometimes, no, I feel like at least for me personally, the consistency absolutely does help me hang on. This is me personally, but no, yeah, this is definitely running to the end of. I think you could tell absolutely when things got possibly more busy. But yeah, this ink was on its last leg. It was doing some weird feathering and whatnot. It's absolutely my fault because I let it sit there too long and I think it evaporated, so it the pigment kind of condensed into this weird leftover formulation. You know, I feel like at least with the not December yet, I'm not there yet. Next time. But yeah, maybe more brush pen. I mean, I don't have too many brush pens. I actually just have a lot of pens, a lot of Sada Saws. this is definitely more the vibe I'm trying to go for. More like whatever I get that day, I want it to put it on the page. I kind of just want to wing it with stationery in general. Like, of course, I have plenty of supplies, but I mean, like, at least stickers and maybe ephemera. If it's stuff I get that day, it makes the spread a lot more, I don't know, like a lot more lively. Hopefully that makes sense. Or at least a lot more like in the moment. There we go. Definitely it. This PET tape, this tape though was pretty gorgeous. I think this was actually one of those sheets where it's like it was already like pre-cut. I just had to peel it. Love those tapes, by the way. I don't blame people for not wanting to cut PET tape and you prefer like, what is it, practically the kiss cut. I don't blame you. Because unfortunately I understand that people do not have the stamina to sit at their desk for hours on end trying to fussy cut PET tape. I would do it for you, but it's okay. I might be too far for people to just drop off their tape like that. Either way, let me know how y'all felt about November. Did y'all learn anything from this? Are you also just trying to use up your possible stash of Uniball and Sarasas? Let me know below. Until then, I will absolutely see you guys for December's, which will be a tad bit of a longer video, but it would be a good discussion. Bye!